Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great week. It's Tuesday and we're home from work making one of my favorite dishes. This is one you're not going to want to miss. So guys, as you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from, what you're doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. And if you're catching this live, you'll see that live box at the top and I'll ask you in a few minutes to drop that for me. So where are you watching from? We're making one of my favorite dishes. It's pork chops in a basil cream sauce. Now, don't let that scare you. A basil cream sauce is fantastic, and it's so easy. This is one of the easiest meals. I've got so many easy recipes. Guys, if you're looking for low carb, simple, in and out of the kitchen in 30 minutes or less meals, you're in the right place. So give me some hearts right now if that sounds good to you, and share this video so we can show people how easy it is to cook at home, save money, and be a genius for your family. So we're making that pork chops in a basil cream sauce. Right now, what I have done without you is I took some pork chops, I just seasoned them with salt and pepper, that's it, and I cooked them over a tablespoon of butter. So they're cooked, they're ready to go. I just moved them to a dish, and then I took a small onion, I diced it up, and then I sauteed that onion in a tablespoon of butter. So I've used 2 tablespoons of butter, one for my pork chops, one for my onion. Now, I'm putting that onion back on the heat, I took it off for a fast second, because if you follow me, you know that back eye is hot, hot, hot. So now that those onions are browned and soft, I'm going to add some garlic. Now, I'm using minced garlic in this recipe, and you'll see in a few minutes I'm also going to use garlic powder. You don't have to use fresh minced garlic if you don't want to, but it makes every dish so amazing. This is where you will be set apart from all of your friends and family if you take just a couple of seconds to mince up your own garlic. So you can buy these garlic presses anywhere. I think I got this one at Walmart years ago for like $9, probably $20 now. And I keep my garlic in the freezer in a little fresh pouch. That way I can just pull out what I need and use it and freeze the rest. It lasts a lot longer. You can do as much or as little garlic as you would like for this recipe, but that fresh minced garlic makes a difference. All right, if you don't have it, no worries. You can use garlic powder. Now once you get this garlic in there, you want to make sure you stir this up and do not burn your garlic. It really just needs to cook for 30 seconds, maybe even less. As soon as you smell it, it's ready, and I'm smelling it right now. So those onions are finished. They're brown, they're soft. I added the garlic, and now we're going to add our next ingredients. Guys, if you're catching this live, because you see the live red box at the top, say live in the comments. I'd love to know who's catching me live. And if you're watching the replay from later, thank you so much for watching. And if you're catching that replay, say replay. All right, next ingredients, guys, so easy. We're adding a cup of heavy cream to help with this sauce we're fixing to make. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of beef broth. My next 2 ingredients. I'll get the top off. 1/2 cup of beef broth, 1 cup of heavy cream. Oh yeah. It's okay if you add a little more. It's okay. You can always make more sauce if you want. I think it's perfect for about 4 or 5 boneless pork. Lord, I can't call it. This is pork chop. So 4 to 5 boneless pork chops. Okay, guys, the next ingredients are seasoning. So fast, so easy. We're going to do a teaspoon of basil. Now, normally I use fresh basil, like the basil leaves, but guess what? They didn't have any. They didn't have nothing at Walmart. So I'm using the fresh basil squeeze. They say it's fresh basil just the same, and this is a teaspoon. And on the back it says a teaspoon of this is equivalent to a teaspoon of paste. A teaspoon of paste is equivalent to a teaspoon of the fresh herb. So we're added that. I'm going to turn this up on a medium heat so I can start the simmer. All right, guys, we're not done. We're also going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. So if you didn't use fresh garlic, you might want to do 2 teaspoons. All right, and then we're going to add a cup of Parmesan. We literally are almost done. This is so fast, so easy. And we're going to add our pork chops back in just a couple of minutes. And if you know, you know, right? Heavy cream makes an amazing sauce. And you can season it so many ways. Completely low carb if it's your low carb and keto lifestyle. And we're going to now mix all this together. Now, it's a basil cream sauce, but y'all saw it's only a teaspoon of basil. You actually use more parsley in this recipe than you do basil, and the combination of all of these flavors is absolutely phenomenal. In my oven, I've got our side dish, which is one of my favorite roasted vegetables. We keep it so simple at my house. and that is roasted broccoli. We love to roast broccoli. So I have broccoli in the oven. We just heavily drizzled with avocado oil, salt, pepper. That's it. It's on 350. It's roasting. It's turning brown and soft. I like it a little crispy around the edges. So it's in the oven. That's my side dish. And we're just going to stir this until it starts to thicken. It won't take long at all because we have a cup of heavy cream, a half cup of beef broth. We cooked a half of a small or a small onion, depending on how much onion you want. We added that teaspoon of basil, a cup of Parmesan cheese, yeah, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. So pretty simple, guys. You don't have to memorize this. Like I'm trying to remember what I just did. I've got the link in this post. As soon as I finish the live video, you'll see the link direct to this recipe, and you can write it all down or save it. Hey, Connie, how are you? From Nebraska, I see Rhonda on here. How are you, Rhonda? I see Carol. She's catching me live. Hey, Maria, how are you? I hope you're healing up good. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Hey, Diane, how are you? All right, guys, let me know what you're doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. There's my other friend, Patty. How are you? All right, we are sauteing or simmering. We're simmering this sauce. This is a basil cream sauce, guys. It is so good to pour over pork chops. Now, I've never done it over chicken, but I guarantee you it's delicious with chicken too. Probably even turkey cutlets. Like, you can make these sauces and use it with multiple different protein options. But I used to just always do it with pork chops. I just always have. And it's so good. We're almost done. As soon as it starts to thicken to the thickness you want. Now, if it gets too thick, just throw in a splash of beef broth, a splash of the heavy cream, or even a splash of water. Now, I've got slots in this spoon. Why? I don't know. But I'm not going to dirty another one. We're going to make it work. But when you pick this up, you'll see that it's getting a little thicker. It's taking a couple of seconds now to roll off the spoon. Like I said, if it gets too thick, you can always remove. You can always just add a splash, the heavy cream, beef broth, or water. Sorry, it's my son-in-law. Enrique. All right, guys, if this sounds good, go ahead and give me some hearts in the comments and share this video. If you are looking to get started, you're just now getting to a health journey. I know it's May, but maybe you talked about it at the end of the year. Maybe you talked about it at the first of the year, and you've not really just committed. Guys, I've got 7 simple tips to help you get started and to help you feel amazing. If you want those tips, say getting started in the comments. I would love to send you these getting started tips. It is actually what I did back in 2018, still doing today in 2026. Guys, maintaining my fat loss for over 7 years. I feel phenomenal. I love to help other people. So if you want those tips, say getting started in the comments. Look, I just added my pork chops back. It's not done yet. It's still thickening up, but I had some really fat pork chops, so I just want to make sure they're cooked all the way through. So I added my pork chops back to this very low simmer. The last thing we're going to do to this recipe, guys, is we're going to add fresh parsley. Now, I've not ever tried these pastes, these fresh pastes, but it smells good. It smells just like basil, and you only use a teaspoon of this in this basil cream sauce because basil has a really unique, strong flavor. You don't need much. But this parsley, guys, I use a whole 2 tablespoons. It's this whole little fresh pack. It makes this beautiful, absolutely delicious. We seasoned our salt and pepper, or we seasoned the pork chops with salt and pepper, but there's nothing wrong with going ahead and tasting your sauce after we add this last herb to see if it needs more salt and pepper. My broccoli is seasoned with salt and pepper as well. So, you don't have to have a cabinet full of different things to have different flavors in your kitchen, because the onion and the garlic with basil and parsley sets this off. You don't need a bunch of extra things. And I generally buy these because you can seal it up and it actually will stay fresh for a little while, and then it dries out so you can use it as a dry herb. So I never waste these. I'll always use them. Never bought this before, so unfortunately, I hope I don't waste this. Let's see how long it's good for. Ooh, I don't like this, but it's got dextrose in it. I should have known. I mean, you can't get anything convenient because they want to make it unhealthy for you. It's okay. It's all right. I used a teaspoon. It's not going to kill me. Let's see what the expiration date is on this, though. Best if used by August 2026. Guys, that's not that far away. Believe it or not, that is not that far away. So I may not use all that, and I do not like wasting food whatsoever. So I may take that to work and give it away to someone who uses a basil a whole lot more than me. But normally I buy it in this. and I can use this until it's gone. I love these little fresh pouches. I get them in the produce section at the grocery stores. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them at Kroger. And really, that's the only two places I shop is Walmart and Kroger. Walmart being my primary grocery store of choice just because it's close to my house. I love Kroger better because they have a lot better produce and a lot better protein options. But Walmart is fast, close to my house, and very inexpensive as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I know groceries have gone up, but everything in life has gone up. So we just have to manage it, right? Buying the things you need, not the things it's going to waste. But I wanted this recipe this week. Yes, Brenda, I love these too. Thank you, Darlene. I see that request for the getting started tips. I see that, Melanie. Guys, if you want those getting started tips, make sure you say getting started in the comments. How are you making that gravy? Debbie, this is a basil cream sauce. I'm going to go over it one more time with you guys. And then I finish this video in just a couple of minutes. And you'll see the link and a picture direct to what this looks like when it's finished. It is delicious. This is a basil cream sauce over pork chops. So what I did first is I cooked my pork chops. I just seasoned them with salt and pepper. That's it. And 1 tablespoon of butter in the same skillet. Cooked it, put it to the side. And then I took an onion, a small onion. I chopped it up and cooked that in butter. When it started to turn brown and got soft, I added some fresh garlic. You can leave it out or go with it. I love garlic. You can't go overboard as far as I'm concerned. So I added some cloves of garlic. And then when that garlic started to smell really good, guys, I added a cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of beef broth. This is looking so good. A cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of beef broth, a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of fresh basil, a cup of Parmesan, and then we're just letting this simmer. We're letting this simmer and get thick. I should have not put my pork chops in there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and take these pork chops out because I'm scared they're going to overcook now. Actually, I usually always put my pork chops in at the very end when the sauce is exactly to the thickness I want. I don't want these to overcook, so I'm going to take the pork chops out. So look, we're just simmering this until it gets thick to the thickness we want. And then I've got one more ingredient that I'm fixing to add. And then we're going to put those pork chops right back to the skillet. 1 dish meal, so easy prep, easy cleanup. Okay, guys. Last ingredient. We've got our fresh parsley. I love these little fresh pouches, but you can use fresh parsley that you dice up yourself. It's probably cheaper. But I don't like to waste. And I know that'd be too much. So this works perfectly. That's 2 tablespoons. A whole fresh pouch. Now look at this. It's fixing to turn into a beautiful color sauce. Look at that. I mean, guys, give me some hearts if this looks good. If it sounds delicious, give me some hearts. Share this video. Now you can make more sauce. You don't have to stop what I did. I did 1 cup of heavy cream, and you know that cooks down, it thickens. So you always can make more. You don't have to stop where I am. You could use, a cup and a half of heavy cream. You could use a full cup of chicken broth. Not chicken broth, beef broth. But this looks fantastic. It's a perfect amount to mix in my pork chops. Let me taste it, see if I need salt and pepper. No, absolutely fantastic. The onions, the garlic, the basil, the parsley. Guys, this is so delicious, so easy. And you've got to try it if you haven't tried it yet. If you've already tried it before and you loved it, in the comments tell me you loved it. Because I'm sorry, I just wouldn't believe you otherwise. It is so good and so easy. You have to love it. I love low carb dishes that you can cook at home, saving money. Because I can tell you, if you go out to a restaurant right now with 5 people or 4 people and you order this many pork chops and a side dish and a Coke, which most people do, I don't, I order water. But if you were to go out to eat this, it's going to cost you a whole lot more than cooking this at home. For my entire grocery haul this week, I spent $126, I believe. And that is going to feed me and Ricky and my mom this week for supper. And I bought some low-carb chicken nuggets for salad lunches. Like, you don't have to spend a fortune. But I tell you, when you cook at home and you can show your family how talented you are, cooking these low-carb recipes, they're going to fall in love with you. Like my family loves to come over, and they love to eat this great food. And look, when I first started, I made a really big problem for myself. I told everybody, oh my gosh, you got to try this keto dish. You got to try this low-carb dish. And they're like, ugh, I don't want no diet food. And I was like, what do you mean? That's not diet food. I'm losing fat, but this food's delicious. So then I quit doing that. And when I went to family functions, I just brought the side dish. When I went to parties, I brought the appetizers. When I had my family over, I cooked them a delicious meal. without telling them it's low carb or keto. And I'm telling you, I get requests to bring dishes because these recipes are awesome. So guys, if you want the link to my recipes, guess what? You're fixing to get it. Because I'm about to give you, this looks so good. I'm about to give you that link as soon as I finish this live video. If you're watching the replay, it's already in the post. Guys, if you're live, you got that live box in the top right or left-hand corner. When I hit finish, all you have to do is press my picture. It's going to take you to my page where you can grab this recipe, but guess what? It's in the link with all the rest of them. So all you have to do is go to the homepage, go to the recipes section. You'll see lots of great things. Guys, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate all of those friends of mine who've been following for so many years. I really want to grow this page to even help more people in the future. So if you haven't yet, please share this video. And if you want getting started tips, say getting started. Guys, now look how beautiful this is and give me some hearts. Yes, it is beautiful. I love a beautiful colored dish. All right, I'm gonna jump off, clean up this little mess, pull my broccoli out of the oven, and we've got dinner ready at the Dove House. Y'all have a good one. Bye.